Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Kanisha Birikorang and welcome back to my channel where we use viral content to learn. Okay. I watched this video and I honestly feel it for this guy and I get it. I get it. And I always say this in videos, right? Because me and my husband's been together for 9 years. Been married for 8, and I get it from his wife point of view. And me, my husband was going in that direction. He had not taken me out for 3 years after our first child together, which was my 4th child. I felt very neglected, very alone. I felt like a single married person. During that time, my husband also was going through his own worries, concerns, and burden. And so it's not like he was like one day, oh, I'm not going to pay attention to my wife. He was going through his own stuff. I was feeling neglected. I was feeling alone. And therefore, we were both going through something, and divorce came on the table a couple of times. But we are here, and I'm here to tell you about it. And hopefully, you won't make the same mistakes and your marriage will flourish and be beautiful always, which is possible. Let's get into this video though.
What's up, man?
So, March 21st, 2023. The last day that I'm going to be married today because my wife is divorcing me. I'm super depressed, as you probably can imagine. We have 3 children and all under the age of 10. I love them very much. I love my family. And I wanted to make this right. My wife didn't work. I'm a blue-collar contractor. And, worked very hard to try to get us ahead in life. 2020 was very hard on everybody. And we had to sell our beautiful home because of some poor financial decisions that I had made. But I don't think anyone in the world anticipated COVID. And it really did a number on my finances because it was one of the worst financial years I've had since we were together. And I think that really pulled on my wife's heartstrings because she really loved that home and so did I. And I was very sad. That home we sold, we were able to get out of my debt. I caused, I guess. And basically get a rental home, pay for it for an entire year. The following 2 years were good financially. 2021 was good. And then 2022 comes around. It was the best year I've ever had, personally. Started my own company in 21, and 2022 was the best year I've ever had. And I was able to really pull ahead, very far ahead. Paid off all of our vehicles, except for one. And all the credit cards are gone, so I thought I was doing the right thing and working very hard to, honestly, what I was trying to do is buy us a house this year, 2023, and I had the capital to do so. But somewhere along the line in late 2022, my wife gave up on me. I didn't take her out enough. I didn't plan enough outings with us, and she got bored of me. And she became like talking to
Speaking from a woman's perspective, I don't believe she became bored of him. I believe he did not water his plant. And I say this in my videos. I am my husband's plant. He is my plant. If I do not water him, if I do not give him sunshine, rain, and all that good loving, he will die. And same for me. And I believe while this man was going through all he was going through, because men comes to finances and being the head of the house, as a woman, we can never truly understand the burden that is upon that man's shoulder. So of course he's going through his own thing, his attention, especially when they're laser focused on this goal and achievement. Along the way, there's sacrifices. And unfortunately, what I hear is that this man's marriage was sacrificed for the success of his finances and for him to get over the hurdles that came because of COVID-19. I honestly hear this man and I feel this man because, as I said, we went through our own phase where I felt neglected and my husband was laser focused on his priority at the time, and our marriage felt it and divorce was on the table, right? So for us to even still be standing took us taking responsibility on where we went wrong, us gaining the knowledge, the counsel, the mentors, and us putting in the work. And let me say, just baby, beat up your chest, baby, beat up your chest, because I am seeing the fruits of our labor. And this is so possible, right? I don't know if there's any revival for this marriage, but when it comes to yours, I know when it comes to men, when they focus on something, especially finances and getting forward, it's very difficult for them to balance. But balance is so important. A lot of people want to gain the wealth or the freedom, but sometimes they sacrifice too much. While you're on that journey, do not sacrifice the ones you love, okay? A woman's need is very different than a man's need. And when a woman stops having sex with you, stop hearing you, stop respecting you, unfortunately, especially when we're talking about a good woman, that is because she is not being watered, right? I don't know what watered his wife, but he didn't water her. Let's continue.
Anything I did anymore. There was no love, appreciation, or sex at all.
Maybe love appreciation when there was no love, right? He said that he didn't take her out enough. He didn't pay attention to her enough. So to appreciate is to give in. You're giving something to appreciate. But if you're not giving anything, how can you appreciate? Right? Your wife, stay-at-home mom, taking care of your house, and you're not treating her, you're not paying attention to her, you're not taking her out. Let's get into what he's gonna say so I can add to that.
And it was like I was talking to a brick wall for months. Started talking down to me in front of the children, and then I realized that my power was slipping away and she was trying to be the man of the house. So, in all honesty, I got...
She wasn't trying to be the man of the house. She's been hardened, hurt, disappointed, left to her own devices. As a stay-at-home mom myself, even though I do so much things to occupy myself when I do have that free time, if I'm not doing all this, listen, there are days where if I don't do something with myself,
extremely frustrated, and I sought women out online. A few of them sent me nudies. I never went to these people or met them. They were all fake accounts, and I've never paid for it anyway. I know a lot of feminists have their own opinions about me, but I really don't care. The fact is, my wife was out on me for many years, and I never really even knew. It's pretty sad.
All right, guys, there you go. I've got a gentleman here sharing his experience with getting done on divorce recently. And it's because you're dealing with somebody who feels like they have nothing, and so they want everything. Or they want to fight for as much as they possibly. Like, what's taking care of the house? In a marriage, considering it, to leave your wife at home, unless if you're going to leave her with a Rubik's Cube or something like that to keep her busy. Puzzles, you know.
I don't know. I feel like men have this idea, oh, you're a stay-at-home mom. You have nothing to worry about, or what are you stressing about, or whatever. How can you explain this? How can you explain the things that a stay-at-home mom sacrifice and do, and you got to be like, oh, your mother, you chose. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. The ignorance of some people. I heard a man once say, I'm going to try and look for that video, where he believed men should stay at home and take responsibility for the kids for a while, just to get a little taster of what mothers go through. 24 hours care for children, cooking, cleaning, attending to their needs, listening, being tired, exhausted, frustrated, and still mothering. And then to wife as well. And you cannot find the time for us to go for dinner. You cannot find the time for a babysitter to come in and for us to just take a moment. You cannot find the time to stay at home with your kids and send your wife somewhere nice just for her to breathe. Okay? There are days where I go to my husband, I need to be filled up. And filling up, I do not leave to the devices of my husband. That is for God and for myself, right? And I go and do my nails, go and get my feet done, have a whole spa and facial book for next month. I have to take time to rest and to be filled up so that I can come back recharge, not frustrated and angry at my husband. To gym anytime he wants. That he go to work and get a breathe out this house whenever he wants. That he is not always on mother duty, right? It is a role that is very unexplainable. If you have not yet checked out my videos on how to save your marriage, go ahead. How to build yourself up as a woman, and work towards a good marriage. What he's doing is for his family, but what's the point of doing it if you are not watering your family? What's the point of going hard if you're not taking care of your family? You're going to lose them. And I believe he have a good wife. I want to believe that. Why do men compare what a woman and what a man is doing? Our role is different. Our duties are different. We are the weaker vessel, right? I'm not all for this wanting to be a man thing. I'm not built for that, right? But men seem to want a woman to be like them as well. They complain that we want to be, but when we're not like them, they complain as well. He's saying we forget that their workload is more than our workload. Listen, work is work, right? Our body is built different than you. You can take on more than I can. A man can take on more than a woman can. And when a man compares his strength to a woman, I find that very woman-like. There's a reason why the man is the head of the house. There's a reason why God didn't make the woman the head of the house. The Bible says she's the weaker vessel. Physically, we are weaker. Mentally, emotionally, right? We are more vulnerable. Okay, not taking that from a man. But when a man compares a household duty to what a man do, I find it very gal-like, woman-like. And yet you're saying you shouldn't want to wear the trousers, but why do you compare the trousers to the skirt?
Comment here says, it sounds like you are not a partner, but a boss. You refer to the debt and income as yours. You say she tried to become the man of the house. Okay, so we have a woman here who believes in partnership but doesn't think that there is a man of the house.
That's not true. We believe in conversation. We believe in talking to each other. We believe in, let me know where you at. Where you at? Where you at? So that if I can help you or assist you, I will. Right? I love watching this guy's channel. And I hear him sometimes, but sometimes I feel his ignorance, honestly. No shade, but...
And I don't know if she's got a man in that photo, but he better watch out. And why I'm assuming he referred to the debt as his is he assumed responsibility to pay off that debt, right? Now the commentator says, "You be okay, brother." For the gentleman here, added time for a new chapter, and it's gonna be better than the last.
I do believe his next chapter will be better. And I do believe he will learn from his mistakes, that even though he's going to get what he needs to do done, he's going to always water what is his. But anyways, guys, if you love this video, please remember to subscribe, comment down below, share the video. God bless. Peace.